renovation, and urban agriculture. These are the keys to Detroit's success. Old houses should be torn down. Historic buildings, they should be renovated. By communicating with the locals, these decisions could be made with ease. There's plots of land that are old, sad-looking, and decrepit. We can turn those things into farms. Widespread urban agriculture would only do good for the locals. It would increase happiness, and it would stimulate the economy of the Motor City. Also, you'd have fresh produce for the residents. You could have them at marketplaces. You could give them to the restaurants of Detroit, and this would just make an overall happy city. Now, I really do believe that we can make Detroit a more prosperous and lively place, but I'm just a guy with a mustache, so let's talk to the expert.
Well, the first thing I think about is contaminated soil. This is Detroit area. There could be lead and all kinds of things in the soil. How do you test for that? Who tests for that? How do you remediate it? Do you allow people to use that area? Who's responsible if something were to happen and something is found? Who's responsible for that? And I don't quite understand sometimes who owns this vacant land. Is it private property or does the state own it? And is that out of the tax rolls now? The state gets no taxes, or are individuals that own these properties supposed to just give them up to the community? I think there's a lot of who owns what kind of issues. And then once you have a community garden, those kind of things have to be sustainable. There has to be a champion in the community who keeps that up, and every year wants to make sure all the neighbors have their plot and they have water, and do they have shovels and everything else that they need? Who harvests? Who does security? Because people might go steal people's vegetables. And if there's a farmer's market, who gets to be part of the farmer's market? There's just a lot of probably things to work out. If really you could get a lot of local neighborhoods with small gardens, it could help the local folks with access to fresh fruits and vegetables. And maybe there would be some small farmers markets that would come.
Now, before we go any farther, let me tell you some interesting facts about urban farming. Before any seeds can be dropped, the state legislature is trying to amend the 1981 The Right to Farm Bill to allow the cities to regulate farm operations. Over time, these urban farms in Detroit could create $200 million in revenue and 5,000 jobs for the community. Now, dozens of proposals have been made, but none have hit the ground yet. So that's why it's up to you, and it's up to me, and it's up to us. Now, I know you're probably asking yourself, how are they demolishing these homes? How many are they doing? How long is it going to take? By what means? Well, let me tell you. In May of 2010, Mayor Bing announced that 450 of Detroit's most dangerous buildings and homes were to be torn down. This project of tearing down homes cost $4.5 million to the city with the accordance of Wayne County. Over the next 4 years, Mayor Bing's goal is to tear down 10,000 vacant homes. There are over 33,000 vacant homes in Detroit right now, and another 50,000 in foreclosure. It's time to do something about this. It's time to bring these houses down. They've been a nuisance to the city. There's been illegal drug acts inside of them. People are not happy or comfortable or secure in their home, and that's just not okay. Now, Detroit's a sick city, but with some medication, some serious surgery, I think we can see some change. There's a bright future ahead, but they can't do it alone. And it's not an easy process. It's not going to be overnight. We're not going to see the change right away, but change is happening. But you can't just watch it on the TV screen and hope for something to happen. You have to get off your ass and do something about it. So please, work with us.